fly planes on the president. In our dreams, it's irrelevant. All can be what was.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks again for watching and subscribing to my YouTube channel, ChronicallyMONI. This video, I just wanted to kind of give you a glimpse of what my legs actually look like before I started on my journey that I'm on now with therapy and surgery. I've been doing therapy since I was diagnosed with lymphedema, since I was 12. And I used to go for a week or two during the summertime when I wasn't in school. But you know, insurance, for those who have insurance, you might know, if you use it a lot, how difficult things can be. So when I was younger, I didn't have as many visits for therapy sessions that I do now. When I was younger, on my mom's insurance, I could only get 20 visits for the year. So that's a absurd number for those who suffer with lymphedema, because 20 sessions is nothing. It helps, but in the grand scheme of things, that really doesn't do anything. So as a child, I would go for about a week or two of therapy in the summer. And then when I got to college, I went after freshman year. But after that, I couldn't really find the time to take off of work and, you know, still get paid to pay my bills. So that's why I wasn't doing therapy for a long time, and that helped to contribute to why my legs got to the size that they were, because I wasn't wrapping myself consistently. I didn't have stockings that fit consistently, and I wasn't doing any therapy. So you're just going to see some pictures of me between the ages of 17, when I left home to go to school, and 2011 when I went away to Siskin rehab, which was a inpatient rehab. So this is my cousin and my cousin Kiel. When I went to Jamaica, I was 17. This is after I graduated from high school. You see how small my legs are? I mean, they look puffy, but I could fit in jeans. This is me freshman year, Daytona Beach. I thought I was hot stuff. I was wearing regular size jeans. I could shop at Express. And, you know, people really didn't notice unless you knew me, that I had lymphedema. That's when I was still seemingly taking care of my legs, and they didn't start getting horrible until about a year later. And now this is 2011. This is my first time at Siskin Hospital. They had an inpatient program, so I went there. And so this is me on my first day. You see how huge my legs had gotten from 17. So that was 2004 to 2011. So this started my legs in 2011, my first day at Siskin. I wanted to document the process. Honestly, up until this point, I hadn't really been taking pictures of my legs because I was just so ashamed and embarrassed. I didn't want that to be on record. So these are probably like the very first real pictures of my legs in years. I don't really have that many pictures to show you from prior to, because I was always very self-conscious. There's a little video that they took.
Good. All right, now bring it down.
That's me.
She's cheating.
Getting it on and off the table. You see, everything's jiggling and the struggle. But you gotta just be a good sport about it. It's life. I struggle to walk. My knees, my ankles hurt, my hips hurt because my legs were so big. It pushed out my hips.
And stop.
Couldn't really go anywhere. Can't fly. This is me after a couple weeks of therapy. You see my wrappings. I'm wrapped up. You see how much smaller they already are. And
I'm
able to stretch.
The edge of that building there.
It videotaped me running.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to do that in years.
Come on, go. Tired of waiting. No, to the beginning of the building. Go. Good. Now come back. Alright, give me one of them big karate chop kicks.
I was at Siskin for about a month and a half. And that is the last day or the day before I left Siskin. That's what my legs look like. So I lost like 100 pounds of fluid while I was there. But you see all that excess skin, and I had some fibrous tissue areas that still. So I got fitted for stockings, but those stockings really didn't help me. And then my legs just started swelling again. Okay. And you see like that huge area on my right leg that wasn't going anywhere. Like it went down dramatically, but it just wasn't going anywhere. So I had to do something about it eventually.
Beautiful. Okay, come on. Okay, turn around. Nice. Okay, now just for fun. Run. Run the other way. Nice. Okay, do a high kick back there just for fun. Nice.
Here I am a couple of days after I left the program and I had my stockings on. They were a weird kind of hodgepodge together. So eventually that's me after Siskin. And then it started to go haywire. That's the day I ran into a tent pole and bust open my leg. But you can see I started to get back bigger. This is me in Savannah with my friends. And that's the only pictures I really have of that time period.
So once I left Siskin, I felt great. The big thing was, you know, there was no idea of surgery at that time. Like, it was mentioned, but I really didn't know what that entailed and what that would be, because I felt like I'd lost so much weight, as you can see, and I just felt like I could conquer the world. But within the first like 2 weeks after I left Siskin, like the stockings came, they didn't really fit right, they weren't the right strength for me, so I was already starting to swell because they didn't fit right, and it was just like a snowball effect. So a few months later, I wasn't as big as I was when I went to Siskin, but I was still big again, so it was just very disheartening. And then you see the big lump that was on my right leg. It was just there. It wouldn't go away. It got smaller, but it would swell up at the drop of a dime. If I left myself unwrapped for more than 5 or 6 hours, it was already swelling and hard. So that was just disheartening. So it was like a period of like, okay, I've done all this work, I've put all this time in for naught. So at that point, I was very discouraged, but I just know I had to do my research and figure it out. So I'll get into more into that in my next video. So thanks again for everybody that's watched. Subscribe, please share with anybody. Facebook, I'm on Instagram, ChronicallyMONI. Follow me on there. And thanks again. Look forward to the next video.